Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library. This week we are taking a look at hobbies and crafts sources. Thought this might be a good site to take a look at that's on the Putnam County Library's webpage as we are kind of getting ready for the Christmas season and maybe having some interest in what we could create. So I am going to first of all take us to the Putnam County website, which is the mypcdl.org. And when you go to this site, what you will be doing is you will go under the Find Information to the online research search. When you go here, then you have all of the different online resources that are available. And if you scroll down here, you are going to come up to where you have your Hobbies and Crafts Source. When you click on this to use this resource, it will come up to the actual site where you would go to Hobbies and Crafts Source. I do want to make note to you that if you are doing this outside of the library, you would get this screen that comes up where you will need to place your library card number in. And then after you do that, it will take you to the Hobby and Crafts source page. And then what you're going to see here, it's a pretty simply laid out page. And what you're going to have is you can search up here at the top, and you can actually then along the side here, you can do a search as well. But you can also, if you go to publications, what you're going to see is you're going to see all of the different databases that this is searching through. So if I click here, I see all the different databases, or I can also here click and browse by subject as well. So then I would have all of the different subjects that are, or all the different subjects that are available. And you'll notice here how the numbers vary in terms of how much information you can find. So in other words, say if you were interested in doing anything that had to do with making of candy, might be a common thing this time of year as we prepare for the Thanksgiving and Christmas season. You can actually go here and it's going to bring up information. I'm going to go back. I want to go back to the Hobby and Crafts Source page because this is where you're always going to see this rotate around in terms of what's most popular. And then you have the Discover the Popular Topics, as well as then it's broken down here. So we have, let's look at, for example, we're talking about holiday. Let's look at the holiday crafts. And then it breaks it down further in terms of Christmas, Easter, Halloween, etc. So if I were to click here on Christmas, then I'm going to have all of these related topics that come across the top. And then I also have what shows up here in terms of my search results. So here's an ebook that has to do with holiday, the vintage Christmas, but then here is an article about Christmas wreaths and so forth. So you can see all these, and these are the featured contents here down below. I'm just going to click on this with the Christmas wreaths, for example, so that you can see exactly what it brings up. So it's bringing up the source and all of the information, but up here at the top is where I would click on, I could click on download, and then what's going to happen is I have the option of the PDF or the online full text. So I'm just going to simply click on download with the PDF. I'm going to get the PDF that will prepare itself. It's going to download to my computer. If I click on this and open it up, then I am going to actually have this 9-page PDF that is explaining to me how I could go about creating and doing this Christmas wreath. This looks like it's what would be more like of a needle point type of cross stitch Christmas wreath that I could make. Again, just go back up here to the top. I can always put in up here at the top what I might have some interest in. again, I would, if I type that in, it's going to bring up any of that information. So these are all, I'm kind of searched here more with crafts, but we could do something more of a hobby. Let's say that you have a hobby of doing things with trains. If I click here on trains, then what I'm going to see again is all this information that would have to do with trains. And it breaks it down. It tells me if it's a periodical, if it's an ebook, what kind of information that I am receiving. And I always have the ability, for the most part, to access any of these in either full text or a PDF. The other thing that I could do, let's say for example that this is of interest to me and I want to make sure that I save it, so I can bookmark that. So this is then added to my saved items in my EBSCO account. And remember, when I logged in here, I actually had to put in my library card number. So then now I have that bookmarked and I would always be able to reference back to that. That is really, for the most part, what you're going to find with Exploria's information that's available here when it comes to crafts and hobbies. My suggestion would be jump on, log in, take a look, and see if there's anything of interest here for you to take a look at. Everybody have a fantastic and enjoyable week.